So in the last video, we saw this very same graph where we have a firm that is monopolistically competitive. Maybe it's a soap producing firm, shampoo producing firm. This firm, at least for now, is earning a profit, and we found that profit here to be equal to $280. And so we know that when possible, profits lead to market entry. New firms will enter the market. This is monopolistic competition, and so we know that entry is relatively easy. So what's going to happen as we move from the short run into the long run, as more firms enter this market? Well, again, suppose this firm produces soap. Maybe this is Chris's soap, and I'm earning a profit. Other firms see those profits, they want a part of those profits, and so they begin to make their own soap. So you've got Terry's soap and Justin's soap and Jennifer's soap, all of these new soap makers entering the market. The result is that these new soap producers are going to take away some of my customers. Some of these people who are buying Chris's soap are now going to try Terry's soap and Jennifer's soap. And as a result, the demand for my product, the demand for Chris's soap, is going to decrease. So we might expect this demand curve to shift to the left as more customers move to these other brands, these other makes of soap. And of course, as demand decreases, so will marginal revenue. And so if you can imagine these two curves, demand and marginal revenue, shifting to the left until we reach an equilibrium. Now, where will that equilibrium be? Well, recall perfect competition. When do perfectly competitive firms reach equilibrium? When their profits are zero. So what will that look like in monopolistic competition? Well, let's shift slide. And here we see essentially the same cost curves as before, but now our demand curve has decreased, and along with it marginal revenue. And now you can see that marginal cost and marginal revenue intersect at a quantity of 30. So our optimal quantity is 30, and we're going to produce and sell those 30 units. Again, the price is determined along the demand curve at a price of $9. Well, notice that in this case, the demand curve is tangent. It just touches the average total cost curve. They're at a quantity of 30 and a price of 9. So we know that at this quantity, price and average total cost are the same, which means the firm's profit is zero. There's no rectangle that we can shade in. The firm has reached its long-run equilibrium. In fact, let's just label this. This is long-run equilibrium in monopolistic competition. The firm has seen all of its profits disappear due to the fact that new firms have entered the market. Demand and marginal revenue decrease, and as a result, the firm's profits will fall. Now, don't let this price of 7 and quantity of 50, don't let that be a problem for you. We're going to talk about that in the next video. But for now, we see that the outcome, the long-run result in monopolistic competition, is the same as the long-run result in perfect competition, and that is a normal or a zero economic profit, or as the accountants like to call it, breaking even.